I have a bunch of NPC lore for Monsterverze that you guys would be very interested in. So in today's video, we are going to be covering it. Alright, hi, Titi here, and today we are covering the NPC lore for a lot of the characters in Monsterverze. Alright, so before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. Now, a huge thank you to one of the influencers, Ray from Burger's Funhouse, for putting together this Google document that I will be using for today's video. They just randomly dropped it inside of the influencer program group chat, and I was so grateful because I needed a Monsterverse video out for you guys, and I'm so glad that I finally have one here, so I am going to be talking about it now. Alright, so the first character that we are going to be talking about today is, of course, Skella. From what the Google document says here, she is 18 years old and Afro-Latina. Now, I do remember a TikTok video saying that, so that's not new information, but to anybody that did not know, yeah, she is 18 years old and she is Afro-Latina. And to anybody that also maybe knew, she has a blowout, okay? She doesn't have a ponytail, this is a blowout, so just get that right, because Peach, like, she has some sort of internal rage with people that get her hairstyle wrong, that I don't know, that kind of just draw her hair as a ponytail. And I think it's even pinned on their Twitter page, like specifically, she has a blowout. Like, just to emphasize that she has a blowout, I'm just going to say it right here, she does have a blowout, because it's not in the information section, so I'm just saying that now, she does have a blowout, okay? So this is her personality and all of the things that we need to know about Skella for now. She loves flattery and compliments. She is the vice president of the Student Disembodiment Council. She is the top student of her class and will be valedictorian. So she's really smart, basically, yeah. She loves to play pranks. Oh, that's a really interesting combination. I'd love to see how that works out inside of Monsterverse. Never seen really smart person and loving to play pranks in the same category of person. She steals Maya's dorm key, which, yeah, that does sound like something she would do. She scammed a girl out of money and causes you to fight her in the intro. Oh. Now, Peach would have had to say this out of her own mouth, or somebody would have just had to say this. I'm like, what? What? That is definitely something Skella would do. It's definitely something Skella would do. She is best friends with Maya and she welcomes you into the game. Oh yeah, I remember that when Skella welcomes you into the game, she's like, oh my god, your funeral took so long. There was like nobody that attended. I'm like, okay, first of all, back up. Like, where did you come from? Because to my information, I don't think that we personally know Skella. She just acts like our friend and she's just, you know, an outgoing person. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, that's all we know about Skella so far. So we're going to move on to the second character that we have here, and it is Lady Maya Bloodgood. She is 17 years old, and according to her information over here, she is emotional and she cries a lot. So basically, she's a crybaby. She is a fledgling vampire, which is a type of vampire inside of Monsterverse, and it says here hasn't unlocked full powers yet. She is terrible at motion sickness, so I think that means that when she turns into a bat, like, she doesn't like flying, which is kind of silly when you think about it, because she's supposed to be a vampire. I wonder if she has a good relationship with Opal, like, because vampires, like, usually inside of TV shows and movies, they tend to turn into bats and like fly around and stuff. It would be really interesting to see. She can't even use trains, so remember we would have seen, like, I think it was like a train animation, or I think a train track on the Monsterverse. I think it was the map, I really can't remember, but the main transportation that we are going to be using inside of Monsterverse are going to be trains, and that's to get from location to location. Other than that, you're just walking on your feet. Okay. She becomes best friends with Skella eventually. She is good-hearted and looks out for your best interest, and a lot of characters have a crush on her. Basically, I do remember that Pete said that she's like that one love interest that a lot of characters inside of a TV show just end up falling for. Like, she's just that one protagonist inside of a love story that a lot of the other characters just end up falling in love with, and that's very interesting. I'd love to see how that plays out inside of Monsterverze. So that is Maya Bloodgood. Now we are moving on to Lord Khalil Bloodgood, and it says here that he is 16 years old. He likes video games, plays basketball, has beef with the gang Vampire Riot, which if you guys have no idea what that is, it was actually a clip from the game that was teased inside of a TikTok. I'll show that clip on the screen right now.
Blah, blah. We get it, okay? Want some fun facts? Fine. I'm 16. I like video games. I play baseball. Anyways, if any one of you see Vampire Riot, don't hesitate to—
Are you seriously going to bring up Vampire Riot in your intro video? I asked you to make one video with me. Can you at least try to be normal?
I'm sorry, do you have a problem with me talking about Vampire Riot?
Well, yes.
Because your tone gives off judgment right now.
Maybe stop bringing up the Mip gang in your head and just do the video like I wanted you to.
For the last time, Maya, it is not made up. I didn't want to do this stupid thing anyways. You made me.
Made you? I mentioned that I was going to fight Skella, and all of a sudden you were—
Khalil, Maya, y'all are going to be late. Again! Get to flying or both of you will be put on Vampire Manor cleaning duties.
I almost forgot. I guess that's the end of the video. Check out our copy to support us. See you girls later. What does Skella always say? Oh, right. Later, witches.
So that was the clip right there. It totally jogged my memory. And yet he does have something to do with Vampire Riot, and like he probably ran into them and like had some beef with them, and he's probably picking a fight that he can't fight, a bunch of vampires that he can't fight off himself. So that's probably going to be a really big plot line inside of Monsterverse. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. He has a crush on Skella, which we do know because of that dumb YN video on TikTok. It just goes like, YN. Oh, hi, Levi! Wow! You're so strong!
It's all in a day's work.
I don't even know where that meme came from, but it's so silly. And apparently he moves schools just to be near Skella, which is crazy. The dumb badness in that is so crazy. I know that wasn't the word, but it's what came to mind when I just read that. Alright, so that is Lord Khalil Bloodgood, and now we are going to be moving on to Princess Elara Bloodmoon. She is 14 years old. We don't really know that much about her, but she may be born in Monsterverse. We don't really know for sure, and she has a huge crush on Khalil. That's basically all the information we have on her. We don't really know much about her, but yeah, so I guess we'll get to know more about her when the game releases, I guess. The next NPC that we have here is Coco Calypso. Now this character is special because she was the character that won the Make a Monster art competition, which basically was an art competition where you needed to make your own monster inside of Monsterverse, and when you won, your character had a chance to be added into the game as an NPC, and this was the winner, Coco Calypso. We don't know how old she is, but she is the chair queen of Eerie High. She loves gossip. She is a stone monkey demon, which is a part of the undead. She is a fun, loud, and energetic person, and she loves drama a lot. So she isn't interactive like all the other NPCs. She's supposed to be a mini NPC, so she's not going to be like the other NPCs, which is kind of disappointing, but what can you expect out of it, right? She's just a mini NPC. She's just going to be in the game. You just probably talk to her for like 2 pieces of dialogue and that's it, and you move on. But it says that you don't have any major interactions with this character, so we're not going to have any major interactions with Coco Calypso. She's just going to be a mini NPC that that's just going to be around. You can talk to her, but she's not going to impact the story that much. Alright, and next we have the nurse, which was revealed to be one of the Game Pass ladies with the crazy hair, and she has a blow dryer in her hand, and she's the nurse. I would have never guessed she was the nurse, but it says here there's not that much information on it. It just says just clocking in and out and doesn't really want to be at her job. But what I find interesting about this is that what if the nurse has like a side job that she really loves, which is like a hairdresser. Like she really likes being a hairdresser, and that's why she's the logo. Like she found her dream, and this is like a side hustle that she likes more than being a nurse inside of Monsterverse. I don't know, I'm just coming up with stuff. Then we have the unknown types of monsters. We have Lucian, which is 4 to 8 years old, and all we know about him is that he has a special teddy bear and he is probably born in Monsterverse. That's all we know about him. He does look like a vampire, but we don't really know what type of vampire he is, but this is his design. I absolutely love it. I love the white afro. It's so suiting of him. Next up, we have probably the most mysterious character in the entirety of Monsterverse. We have Nocturna, and we don't know her age. We don't know her type. We don't really know why she's here. It's kind of just speculation. We don't really know why. Maybe she's just a character inside of Monsterverse that's like getting vengeance for something. I don't know. She looks really mysterious. She always looked mysterious. And next up we have Daisy. Well, at least we think so. We don't know how old she is. She is very important to this story, and we believe that this is her sprite form. We don't really know. And we don't really know if this is the girl we have to fight at the beginning of the game because of Skella. We don't really know. But yeah, the more that we go down, the more and the less information that we get about certain characters. And the last NPC that I have here for you guys is the Perfect Harmony group. They are a vocal group inside of Monsterverse, and they are not that famous inside of Monsterverse. So they're supposed to be like a running joke inside of Monsterverse, where I believe is whenever they perform, all of the like main NPCs will come up to them and be like, "We don't know who you are. Like, who are you guys?" And they'll always be like trying to justify that they are known, that they are famous. But the running joke is that literally nobody knows who they are. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out in Monsterverse, but it already sounds really silly. So yeah, that is all of the NPCs inside of the game and all of their information. If you guys have anything to add, please put it down in the comments. And yeah, that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya!